From the PEP Radio Newsroom, this is the daily news for December 5th, 2025. These are the stories we are covering at this hour, and please ignore any crunching you hear in the background. That is my dog enjoying its dinner. Democratic Governor Tim Walz denounced President Donald Trump on Thursday for calling Minnesota's Somali community garbage and dismissing the state as a hellhole. Walz said Trump slandered all Minnesotans and that his expressions of contempt for the state's Somali community, the largest in the United States, were unprecedented for a United States president. We've got little children going to school today who their president called them garbage. Republican legislative leaders stopped short of accepting the governor's invitation to join him in condemnation and countered that the dispute wouldn't have erupted if Walz had acted more effectively to prevent fraud in social service programs. Trump's rhetoric against Somalis in the state has intensified since a conservative news outlet, City Journal, claimed last month that taxpayer dollars from defrauded government programs have flowed to the Somali militant group Al-Shabaab, an affiliate of Al-Qaeda. On Thanksgiving, Trump called Minnesota a hub of fraudulent money laundering activity and said he was terminating temporary protected status for Somalis in Minnesota, a legal safeguard against deportation for immigrants from certain countries. The president went further Tuesday, saying at a cabinet meeting that he did not want immigrants from the war-torn East African country to stay in the United States. We can go one way or the other, and we're going to go the wrong way if we keep taking in garbage into our country, he said. And Trump kept it up Wednesday, saying Minnesota had become a hellhole because of them. Somalians should be out of here, he told reporters. They've destroyed our country. Just remember what he did to the East Wing of the White House. Meanwhile, off the coast of San Diego, a pup that was swept out to sea by a rip current must be feeling doggone lucky after her unlikely rescue off the San Diego coast. Sadie, a black Labrador Retriever mix, stole away from the home where her owners were staying during a football game last month, the San Diego Fire Rescue Department said in a social media post. While her owners tracked Sadie down the coast using an AirTag on her collar, surfers in Ocean Beach alerted lifeguards that a dog had been swept into the rip current near the jetty, officials said. A U.S. Coast Guard boat and lifeguards searched the area after the dog disappeared into the channel, officials said. Lifeguards Garrett Smurden and Jack Aldridge joined the search on personal watercraft and spent more than an hour looking. Then they were told they'd only look for another 10 minutes. At this point, I just kind of said, please, let us find this dog, Aldridge said. Knowing that labs are water dogs and fighters, there was a good chance Sadie was still alive, Smurden said. They were called off. But while they were still far out, Aldridge thought he saw something. We got closer and closer, and then we realized it was her, and we were pretty excited, he said. They raced over to Sadie. She was super happy to see us, for sure, Smurden said. She was tired. Sadie, who was about a half mile offshore near South Mission Beach when she was found, was transferred to a surf boat that brought her to shore, where she was reunited with her owners, officials said. In a video message, Sadie's owners, Alexis Barcelos and Brandon Valdez, said they would be forever grateful. Barcelos recalled in the video that just as the search was being called off, she heard a call on the radio that they had found the dog. And we just kind of held our breath, and they were like, and the dog is alive, she said. And we kind of just started crying right away. Sadie's paws and nails were badly damaged from trying to climb onto the jetty, so Barcelos and Valdez had to carry her around for about a week, Barcelos said Thursday. But she has been in great spirits, and this week Sadie made her first trip to the pet store since the rescue to pick out a treat and took her first 1.5-mile walk. We are just beyond grateful she is home with us, she said. Turning to Pennsylvania news, a public health concern that emerged during the COVID-19 pandemic is continuing to affect Pennsylvania schools. Vaccine hesitancy. New state data shows vaccination rates among school-age children are slipping below levels recommended to keep communities safe. Data from the Pennsylvania Department of Health shows fewer students are arriving at school fully vaccinated despite state requirements, and the numbers continue to fall. When we see these vaccination rates drop, we are really putting our community at risk, and that's a major public health concern, said Dr. Natalie Gentile of Direct Care Physicians. One of the most concerning declines involves the MMR vaccine, which protects against measles, mumps, and rubella. Health experts say communities need at least 95% coverage to maintain herd immunity. But last school year, MMR rates among Pennsylvania kindergartners dropped to 93.7%. Dr. Gentile said these early vaccines are essential. A big concern is vaccines like MMR and varicella. These are kindergarten vaccines that you get before school, said Dr. Gentile. County-level data shows additional variation across western Pennsylvania. Allegheny County came in at 94.1%, Butler County at 94.3%, Beaver County at 91.5%, Fayette County 92.5%, Westmoreland at 92.1%. Only Washington County in southwest Pennsylvania met herd immunity levels at 95.6%. And that's the news at this hour. If you are watching this news video on YouTube, please be sure to subscribe to our channel. PEP Radio is available via the Live 365 app, the PEP Radio page at paequality.com, Roku, and Alexa. News updates are available on the PEP Radio YouTube channel throughout the day. Up next, we have the Meadville area weather forecast here on PEP Radio.